The case of a super drunk off-duty Battle Creek police officer and the lieutenant who drove him home has riled up some in the Cereal City.
The local paper is calling for the firing of the lieutenant, and some angry letter writers say the chief should go as well.
24-Hour News 8's Ken Kolker spent the day in Battle Creek. He spoke with the former chief of police about how he would have handled this case.
Today we spoke to the former police chief of Battle Creek, who acknowledged that these officers made big mistakes, but he said firing them would go too far.
That's the first knee-jerk situation, is to fire everybody, not taking into consideration the fact that, he's the highest decorated officer, puts his life on the line many times.
He's talking about Lieutenant Todd Manson, who was demoted to sergeant after driving home a pair of drunken off-duty Battle Creek officers from an early morning crash last month. The former chief, who retired 2 years ago, says Officer William Gench, who was driving the car while super drunk, never gave him trouble.
He's been a good officer, and I'm really sorry to see this, and I was sorry his name came up in that, and that he had a lapse of judgment. It was very poor judgment on his part, very poor.
Gench had a blood alcohol level of .285 and was driving up to 100 miles an hour when he smashed a car into mailboxes, signs, and a curb. Neither he nor his drunken passenger, off-duty officer Jennifer Apple, were hurt.
I think they should have been treated the same way as they would have treated me. I would have been in jail that night.
Lieutenant Manson made the call to drive Gench home without an arrest and without taking the normal test to build a drunk driving case. How do you explain what they were trying to do there?
The only thing I can explain is that thinking that the officer is that trying to protect the department too much.
While Manson got demoted, Gench was suspended for 20 days.
The chief and the higher leadership saw that wasn't the way we do things, and the chief had to take, Chief Hampton had to take the action that he did, showing that the system does work. There is no blue line here in Battle Creek. We've made sure that there is none.
In Battle Creek, Ken Kolker, 24-Hour News 8.